Welcome to the Stephen O'Brien podcast hosted by Stephen O'Brien. We will be talking all things fitness, mindset, motivation, and health and wellness on this podcast. Thank you for listening. You can follow me over on Instagram at Stephen O'Brien Coaching and on Facebook at Stephen O'Brien Coaching.
Hey, what is up, guys? So before we get stuck in today's episode, just want to let you know you can reach out to me at any time if you have any questions whatsoever. You can catch me on social media at Stephen O'Brien Coaching on Facebook and Instagram. Also as well, you can check out my website www.stephenobrien.coaching.com. I'll put the links to those as well in the description of today's podcast. So yeah, I've got some amazing programs helping people boost up their confidence, self-esteem, and becoming fitter and stronger. So guys, sit back, enjoy today's episode, and I'll catch you soon. Hey, what's up everybody? So how are we today? Today we're going to be talking all about sleep and helping you improve on your sleeping patterns. So I suppose there's been times for me that I've kind of had a lot of disrupted sleep, and there's been times where I struggle to get to sleep. I think actually going back, some of the worst times for me to try and go to sleep was actually when I was back living with my dad. I was probably about 19 or so, and this was a time I was going through a really bad state of depression. I was also having panic attacks, and it was horrible because back then, like when I was having the panic attacks, it would hit me when I was trying to go to sleep. So I don't know, it was because when I was trying to relax, my mind was just going mental, and it was just the most horrible feeling ever. When you're in a panic attack, you just don't know what's going on. You can't control anything. It's like the next level up from anxiety. It just hits you like a ton of bricks. So that was, I suppose it went on for about a month or so. And I remember I used to actually start drinking to help me sleep, because if I was sober, it would just hit me hard and I would just freak out and I would just getting shakes and everything. I'd be awake all night long. It was absolutely horrible. But then, like over the last few years and stuff, everybody goes through patches where we might have bad sleep or whatever. There could be stuff on your mind. You could be stressed or whatever it may be, and it will disrupt your sleep because your mind is just going mental. So today I'm going to share a really, really great exercise with you to help you improve on your sleep if your mind is actually racing. So if you're struggling on your sleep as well, it's obviously going to disrupt the following day for you, because if you have a shitty night's sleep, you're going to be tired, you're going to be lethargic, you might be cranky as well, you mightn't be as productive, you might start feeling a bit shitty, you might start feeling down, and obviously if you go through a few days or weeks of not having proper sleep, it's like your immune system probably start come down as well, and you start getting sick and all this other shit as well. So it can be tough when you don't have good sleep patterns. So I just want to share a few different things that you could do. It may not even relate to you, but it's just a couple of things that might actually help you with improving your sleep. I suppose one thing then is your caffeine intake. How much coffee are you drinking a day? Like if you're someone that's drinking a good few coffees and you're having a coffee 6-7 o'clock at night, you're going to be, that can still take effect if you're going to bed 10-11 o'clock at night, you know. So that's kind of one thing to be looking at. Your caffeine intake, making sure that you're not really having a coffee after say 3-4 o'clock. You want to make sure you're giving yourself at least a good 5-6 hours anyway before you go to bed, so that the stimulant of caffeine is actually reduced a lot in your body, that you're not actually lying there, maybe your mind is still jittery or whatever from the coffee. So that's kind of a good thing to look at. Another thing as well is kind of making sure that you're drinking enough water. And we spoke about that in the last episode, about getting your water intake, having a bottle with you, making sure you're kind of drinking water with each meal as well. So that's kind of one or two little things to be looking at. And then I suppose the time you go to bed, like you really want to try and create a habit of going to bed at the same time every night. And also as well trying to wake around the same time every morning, so that you're in that proper routine, that you know that your body starts to recognize, okay, it's 10 o'clock, I know it's time to go to bed, or it's time to wind down and get ready for bed or whatever it may be, and you get into that routine, and it's going to make it a bit easier, hopefully, for you to sleep anyway. Another thing then is on your phone. So I was I suppose, I think it was one of those games anyway, one of the bubble games or something like that I had on my phone. Oh, Candy Crush, that was it. I was playing that for ages on my phone. When I go to bed, it's like, bang, look at that. And what happens is you're staring into the phone, and the light from the phone, it actually goes into the back of your retina, and you're just basically waking up your mind again. And I used to play it, actually playing for about a good 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. Then I go, right, time to go to sleep. I go to close my eyes, and bang, mind wide awake, or mental. So for me, I had to go, fuck that, you know what, I need to put this fucking thing away, and I ended up deleting the game. So I was just getting into that habit of just playing it at night and stuff. So turn that off, and that really helped. So if you're someone that's kind of looking on a phone or a tablet or whatever, and you're staring into it, and the light is coming back into the back of your eye, it's going to be waking up your mind, and you may find it very hard to sleep simply because of that as well. So what I kind of recommend there is, again, just try not to look at it when you're in bed as much as you can, or if you're watching movies on a tablet or whatever, try not to do it as well too late, because again, it can actually affect your sleep or affect your mind of stopping you from sleeping. So give yourself a bit of time to kind of wind down before you go to bed. Have your chill out time, have your relaxing time. And for me, I like to just sit down, watch a movie, or we watch a series or something like that, and we just chill out before going to bed. So that's kind of something to look at as well. So I think that food can disrupt it as well. Do you know? Like if you've got a big heavy meal and you say, right, I'm going to bed now, you'll be just sitting in your stomach there, you know, and it'll be like, oh, you just feel a bit uncomfortable. I know if I had a huge meal and then I try to go to bed, it just puts you a bit on ease, and it can be a bit harder to go to sleep, and it's just sitting in your stomach and you're not digesting it properly. So again, looking at how late you're actually eating your meals, or even looking at the size of the meal that you're having. If you're going to bed really late, if you're eating really late, just make sure it's not a huge meal, that it's a bit smaller meal, and you're getting lots of goodness into you as well, lots of vegetables and stuff like that, rather than really kind of carb loading yourself with, I don't know, pizza or burger buns or whatever it may be, that will really kind of sit in your stomach. So it's just something to kind of be aware of that could really disrupt your sleep, but also could really help your sleep if you start to eliminate those things. Sugary foods, then again, you're drinking fizzy drinks, lots of fizzy drinks before bed that may have a bit of caffeine as well. So again, just kind of be more aware of that kind of stuff. A big thing then is a stressed, busy mind, or if you're going through a lot of stuff in your life, or if you're going through a lot of stuff in work or whatever it may be, your mind might be racing, or if you've had a busy day in work, you might come home and your head might be fried or whatever it may be. So it's good to you could do something called a mind dump. So before you go to bed, pen and paper, just write down anything that just pops into your head. You might spend 5 minutes on it. Anything that pops into your head, just write down. You're just kind of really trying to take stuff out of your mind and onto paper, just eliminate it. Or else you might then write down your feelings. So if you're going through a really stressful time, or you might be with a partner or your family or friends or whatever may be going on in your life right now, you might just want to write stuff down. Just again, spend 5 minutes, write down your feelings, write down your emotions that you're going through, might write down any anger, write down any frustration, just write down the first thing that comes into your mind, just write the shit down, get it out of your mind onto the paper. And again, what you're doing is you're trying to make room for your mind to calm down to actually help you to sleep. So that would be definitely one exercise or a bit of homework to take away from from today, is that if you're someone that's kind of stressed, freaked out of your head or at the moment or whatever it may be, a lot of shit going on in your life, just write it down. Just write that shit down. Just get it out of you and write it down, because it could make a huge impact on your sleep patterns and actually helping you to be able to switch off and actually go to sleep. So the next thing then I want to talk about is a breathing exercise. Now this is something I do a lot of, and I find it really, really helps me. I work with a good few people with anxiety as well, and I find that this is another really, really great exercise to help refocus your mind, helps to calm your body, and it really helps you to relax and sleep. And this is something called box breathing. So box breathing, right, is basically you close your eyes and you visualize a box in your mind, right? So you close your eyes, you visualize a square box in your mind, and then you'll run across the top of the box You'll run down the side of the box, across the bottom of the box, and then up the opposite side of the box. As you go across each side, you're going to count to 3. Now, when you run across the top of the box and count to 3, you're going to inhale. So you're going to go, count to 3 seconds as you inhale. Then you're going to hold for 3 seconds as you go down the side of the box. You're going to breathe out for 3 seconds as you go across the bottom of the box. And you're going to hold for 3 seconds as you go up the opposite side of the box. So you're literally going around the box, counting 3 seconds on each side, breathing in, holding, breathing out, holding, breathing in, holding. So you're just continuously going around that. And the way that it works is that in your mind, you can't think of 2 different things at the same time. You can only really focus on one thing. So by visually creating a box within your mind's eye, you're taking the focus off all the shit that's going on in your head and you're putting it onto this box. Then you're counting. So again, you're really focusing on in the box and you're counting the numbers, and then you're breathing. You're going with the lines of the box while you're counting to 3. You're breathing. Then what it does is it starts to relax your body. Once you've kind of done a few times at 3 seconds, you can up it to 4 seconds. So 4 seconds on each one. So it's slowing your breathing down even more. You're getting into more of a relaxed state. And from there, if you do that for even say for 5 minutes, you should notice a difference in your state, in your relaxation, in your mind, and it should help you to sleep. It's something, it may not work for you, but it definitely works for me, and it's worked for a lot of people that I've actually showed this to as well. So that's another bit of homework for you to take away from today's episode. To improve on your sleep, if you've got a lot of shit in your mind, just get it out, write it down. Just do a mind dump. Doesn't matter what you write down. Doesn't even make a difference if it's complete gibberish. Just get that shit out, write it down. Frustration, fear, anger, whatever it is, just write that shit down. Get it out of your mind. Put it down there. That's number one thing if you want to focus on that. The second thing is the box breathing. Now you could be doing the box breathing while you're lying in bed. When you get into bed ready to sleep, lie back, close your eyes, hold. So literally, you're just lying in bed, create that box in your mind, count those 3 seconds, breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold, up to 4 seconds, and repeat that a few times for about 5 minutes, and just feel the difference in your mind, feel the difference in your body, and just notice how relaxed you are. So guys, give that a go, get stuck into it. You can always reach out to me, ask me any questions, let me know how you actually go with this exercise. But again, thanks again for tuning in today, and I'm going to catch you on the next episode.